boys, we're back. All right, a little bit of a late night video. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the Randy Pitchford situation. Our boy wonder CEO Randy Pitchford, the ping pong club lover, magic trick aficionado of a CEO, came out this week in response to a fan's worry that the game, the Borderlands 4, would be costing $80. And so he said, basically, if you're a real fan, we'll find a way to make it happen. And, well, the internet didn't need more. And then it got ablaze, and the pitchfork came out against Pitchford. And, well, hey, let me tell you what, things are not looking pretty for Borderlands going forward. It's not a pretty sight. I mean, the series was already on very, very shaky grounds, most notably due to Randy's own personal controversies. Notably, one where, as we mentioned, he had forgotten a USB key at a location, and that alleged USB key was filled with racy pictures of children. Now, there was a lawsuit, and it turned out that they settled on dropping the lawsuit, mutual parties. But still, I mean, it is in the lore of the man, and so hence it's tainting everything that he does, even though things may have been untrue or disproven. It remains still that it is permeating through the collective culture that something's afoot with this man. And another controversy was that he pushed the voice actor. He assaulted physically the voice actor for Claptrap back in the days of Borderlands 3. So, again, still, all allegations, no lawsuit were really filed, and everybody went on their merry way. But now, with this situation, with Borderlands 4 being under the scrutiny due to these comments, it doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode well at all. It doesn't take a lot to come to this conclusion. When we take a look at the stats here, we take a look at Borderlands 1 back in the days. The game came out to great fanfare. 87.72% of user reviews on Steam were positive, with a peak player count of almost 20k people. And then Borderlands 2 come out. Oh, and the Metacritic score of Borderlands 1, 84%, 7.8 on the user side. And then we move on to Borderlands 2, and this is an absolute smash hit. It did gangbusters. We're talking about, almost 125,000 players, concurrent players. And now, see, rating absolutely exploded upwards, and proven by, again, the Metacritic. We're looking at 89% from the basically the industry, and 8.2 from the user score. And then we move on to Borderlands 3, and ooh, what's going on? The all-time peak melted, and as well as the positive scores on Steam reviews, which is almost 2%, 10% down, and evidenced by the Metacritic again. As you can see, the industry, the games journalists, were quite happy with the release, with the game. But as we all know now, the games journalism industry is all but dead. Hallelujah. And what really matters at the end of the day is, will people buy the game? And the answer is when it comes to Borderlands 3, well, people hated that game wholesale. They didn't like it. They didn't like the humor. They thought it was reheated, that the content was stale, and basically that the game was an uninteresting endeavor. And so they bolted. And now the most recent Borderland affiliated product that came out was that horrendous movie. We're talking about the movie Borderlands here, with a tomato meter of 10% and a popcorn meter of 49. So that's the fans. That's the true fans. And less than half of them thought the game was decent enough. And well, when it comes to the critics, well, 10%. So this franchise is on the artificial respirator. It is all but dead. And with this week's comment, it is not looking good at all. And we might be looking at a little bit of a protest in terms of a boycott when the game comes out. And things are looking very, very bleak for the Borderlands franchise. Not only because of that comment, but also due to the fact that, as was evidenced by a lot of the reviews, the game had become very stale in both action and humor. Very millennial driven, childish humor, and people were not jiving for that anymore at all. And so it will remain to see if Borderlands 4 was able to break the mold. I don't think so, based on the gameplay that I've seen. I don't think it has done anything to sidestep its very waning legacy. But we'll see. It remains to be seen, but I think that Borderlands 4 might be the last nail in the coffin for the franchise. It sure does look like it to me when I look at the big picture, at the reception of all the latest Borderland products, as well as the multiple controversies throughout the time, as well as what I've seen of the game to date, which look, well, pretty much what we know of Borderland, what we've already played of Borderland, just with a new coat of paint. And to that point, not that much prettier than what it was back then. So, hey, we'll see. But it was still quite the goof, quite the gaff. And, well, hey, that's chalk one off to the things not to do when you're a CEO. So, that's it, boys.